Brought to you by Poderation, podcast for nerds. Ooh, natural 20.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Buying a car shouldn't eat up your week. That's why Carvana made it convenient. Car buying that fits around your life, not the other way around. You can get pre-qualified for an auto loan in just a couple of minutes and browse thousands of quality car options, all within your terms, all online, all on your schedule. Turn car buying into a few clicks and not a full week's endeavor. Finance and buy your car at your convenience on
Carvana.
Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit. I'm your host, Ian Duncan. My pronouns are he, him, any, and I am playing Yashar Engel, the bibliophile and occult enthusiast. And here to play with me, please welcome Jamie Libanez.
Hello, I am Jamie, she, her, and I will be playing Mabel McIntyre, also she, her, the parapsychologist, and young, not really though, she's older than she looks.
I saw that one clever, getting away from you.
I was like, I really wanted to come up with it, but I just didn't. I couldn't do it.
You got it at the very end. I think you got it at the very end. You
get what I was going for.
Yeah.
She's been around the block because of the whole, being stuck in the loop.
The loop, anyway, right, yeah. On. And he's always throwing us for a loop. Please welcome Xavier Trudeau-Duchesne.
Hello, I'm Xavier. My pronouns are he, him, and I play Ellen Levesque, she, her, the photographer and shatterer of mirrors, but not all of them. Just the bigger ones. The smaller ones are sturdier.
I love that title, though. Shatterer of mirrors, breaker of glass, exposer of truths.
Ooh.
Vandal.
Vandal, yeah. Vandal of freedom.
Yes. Oh, I'm the Vandal of freedom. All right. Start over.
Yeah. Okay. Hello and welcome to Respect the Crit.
Oh my gosh.
And that, yeah, very looping. And that exasperated, oh my God, that you hear is from Karen Huseman.
Hello, I am Karen, and I play Melody Thompson, the... Wow. I was like, an elven druid? Who is that?
I thought you were having a stroke, I'll be honest.
I think I did. I think I'm smelling something weird. Yeah, I'm a witchy medium.
There it is.
Could
there
probably be an occultist if there was an occult that would take her.
Yeah. What kind of leader would Melody be if she were a cult leader, do you think?
I mean, she's not very charismatic. So I think it would
not
definitely
like a come drink
like...
it Kool-Aids with me kind of leader.
It's not even poison. Just come drink it with me.
Just
please.
Kool-Aid with me, yeah.
Please just be my friend.
It's definitely one of those ones where everyone does all the work, and I mean that's every cult though. Everyone just does the work and just reap the rewards.
Doing it right.
Yeah.
And he's doing it right always. Please welcome Zach Clark.
That's exactly right. What's up? My name is Zach. I play Raz McClay, the gun mall, he, him, who cannot be blamed for any recent events. At all.
No, do not set that at his
innocent.
feet.
Nope.
He's too stealthy for that.
Wait till I hit 90%. Raz sneaks out of the room.
And we could not do it without her. Please welcome Susan Spinator, our keeper of arcane lore.
Hi, I'm Susan Spinator. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing the mirror monster. Bah! But also the mirrors and the shadows and your darkest, deepest desires that you dare not admit.
There it is.
I like that you are also playing the mirrors. I think that that's a fun credit for a GM to have, is not only am I the living, talking, sentient NPCs. I'm also the non-sentient, non-talking
Yeah. I'm the
object.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I'm the environment, the smells.
Yeah.
I mean, I technically am. I control them, so. But you don't know if they're not sentient. You don't know. You don't know, bro. You don't know.
True. Well, we're about to find out. There's a lot going on. And I cannot wait to get into it. So, Susan, without any further ado, please take us away into these strange aeons.
The screen opens not on silence, but on ruin. A low, shimmering tone hums beneath the chaos like a tuning fork struck too deep beneath the skin. The once grand mystic Mir Salon is now a shattered sanctuary of hysteria. Mere shards blanket the marble floor like frost, catching candlelight and distorting it into webs of fractured light. Broken reflections scatter across the walls, some still moving when their owners have gone still. Guests scream in joyous reprieve and now fear. Some flee, others are frozen, their faces slack with the kind of fear that unravels sanity. And then she returns. Through the smoky veil of perfume and dust, Maggie emerges from the back corridor. Her heels drag, her body twitches like a marionette held together by threads and fury. The elegant confidence she once wore like a perfume is gone, replaced by an impatience so tangible it prickles the skin. Her hair clings to her face, damp with sweat. Her usually flawless skin is cracked and crumbling, not like flesh, but like glazed porcelain, falling in large, irregular plates from her cheeks and jaw. They clatter to the floor with the brittle sound of fine china shattering. Beneath the mask, it watches. From the ragged holes in her face, something inhuman stares out. Coiled black tendrils writhe where muscles should be, twisting and wrapping around jagged shreds of reflective bone. Her eyes are nothing but twin voids, lit from within by the piercing, unnatural light. They glow like furnaces beneath frosted glass, casting no warmth, only awful awareness. And her smile, a nightmare of needle-fanged hunger, stretched too wide and anchored in impossible geometry, grins through what remains of her human disguise. It's not a smile for greeting, it's a trap, yawning open. Her voice, when it comes, is not one. It's a chorus of broken glass. You may want to get off of him, because I'm short on patience. The room responds like prey, still, waiting. Raz atop Quillum fills the air around him bend, heavy with invisible tension. Behind him, mirrors begin to tremble, even the ones long broken, rattling in protest on the floor. A low pulse hums from the walls, synchronized with the beat of a distant, discordant melody. Off-tuned strings, backward notes, something bleeding through the veil. Alin stares at her hands, still nicked from mirror shards, and sees her reflections in every surface flicker, momentarily out of sync, as if the timeline itself is losing patience. Yasher grips his dagger. Somewhere in the shadows, a single surviving mirror pulses, alive, echoing the monster's heartbeat. In melody, she feels the mirror fragment in her pocket warm, like breath on a cold glass. Uncle Ed's voice whispers behind her ear like an echo caught in a spiral. Steady now, Mel. There's only 2 pieces left and then we could get the hell out of here. And then the creature that was once Maggie takes a step forward, and the skin sloughing off her arms in long, syrupy sheets, revealing limbs like gnarled tree branches spun from shadow and razors. Her bones click as she moves. There's no more mask, only the thing behind the mirror and you. Everybody roll for sanity.
It's not what I was expecting.
Everybody but Lynn take 1 point off. Because this is a sanity rending event.
Is it? Yeah.
Lynn, could you roll a d10 for me?
10? Alright, cool. That's slow enough.
Come on, roll low. Roll low. Oh, no!
Oh, come on.
Zero's low, right?
Pretty low for a D10.
Oh, no,
Well, the bad news is I rolled max. Good news is I still have 8 points.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Need those.
Oh, no.
Don't you already have a bout of madness, though?
I did.
You
So everybody's gonna be my mentor now.
I didn't know if they stacked or what.
Well, that was an indefinite madness, Betty. Just like a thing you wear. Now you have a bout of madness that's gonna punch you in the face. So first, your sanity is now 8. Could you roll a d10 for me?
Yes. 3.
Oh, hey, very on brand for a Lynn. Okay. As Maggie steps into the room, her mask forsaken, Raz having a Tommy gun pointed at Quillip's head, Melody and Mabel having smashed mirrors gotten caught up in the frenzy, Yasher just returning to the room gripping his dagger, but Lynn, a veil of red overtakes your vision, and this is enough. This is the last fucking straw, and the only way you could respond is with untamed violence.
Which is like so on brand with all of our bouts of violence, or like the bouts of madness. Every single one has been violent.
Yes.
Oh, love that for you.
So I'm still holding the like small mirrors that I didn't break yet.
Yeah, there's a compact mirror. It would be what is a compact is one that folds up, but it's just the mirror part. And then there's like a rectangular shaving mirror that you've identified as Mabel's and Raz's mirrors.
Alin is not even going to say anything in that rage, but a primal, deep, existential scream is gonna come out of her tiny frame, and it's gonna overpower any other noise that was there, the chaos that was going, the glass breaking, and she's gonna just turn around to like the closest wall or anything. She's gonna start tearing down everything around her and smashing with her fists in the mirror, just like Raz did, trying to break the last mirror she has in her hands, smashing mirrors against mirrors, tearing down the curtains, like just throwing, jumping on the wall, and just clinging to several mirrors at once, and just bring all of them down with her own body, with no regard to cuts or her own well-being. She's not thinking, it's just happening. There's this primal rage that just got complete control over her.
2 things. Also on brand, I rolled the amount of rounds that this is going to go on. It's only 1. So 6 seconds.
And then I'll dust myself off.
That was weird.
Just slide down.
But then second thing, I would like you to roll a brawl just to see the amount of damage, and if it's like a failure, I want to say if it's like a big failure, you will take damage from your disregard to yourself.
Failure.
It's not a major failure, so I'm just going to do like a d4 just for like shards coming up and hitting you, maybe 2 points of damage.
Sanity and HP are looking real similar.
Yikes.
Sanity,
Okay.
HP, luck, all about the same.
That's true.
I guess we'll go around the room just to see what's happening. Actually, let's do this in a combat sequence right now. Our first like real combat sequence. So it's based upon your dex. Ian, what's your dex?
55.
Jamie, what's your dex?
55.
Karen?
71?
Whoa!
I was like, wow,
Wow.
I'm real dexter. Like,
Yeah, all that yoga. Very limber.
Yeah. Yeah. Xavier?
65.
65. And Zach.
50, you damn kids. Slow down.
Whoa!
It's the zoot suit. It's keeping you from moving.
It's
A
not
little
very
too
mobile.
stiff in all the wrong places.
Order of operations here is the Whispering Reaver, which is the official name of the mirror monster. And then it is Karen, then it is Xavier, then it is Jamie and Zach. Whispering Reaver is going to do not so fun stuff.
Love it.
I mean, I was hoping to talk first. I was gonna threaten her.
I think she came out and pretty much said the time for talking is over.
I can't be like, don't move or I'm gonna blow this guy's head off.
Oh, there you go.
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, I think the gun pointed at his head is a little bit implied, right?
Yeah.
Maybe she doesn't care.
Okay, so at the far end of the battle map is where the Whispering Reaver is coming from a back corridor. So it's a long, narrow room, marble tile, mirrors all along the wall, although there's a lot less mirrors. There's a lot of fragments on the ground. So at the far end of the room is the Whispering Reaver. Nearby to the Whispering Reaver, so like probably within like 20 feet, is Raz on top of Quillum, because the string quartet was at the back of the main room. Then in the middle of the room, but on the right, so the Whispering Reaver's in the like the back left, but in the middle on the right is Mabel and Melody. That's where they were. And then near the front of the room with the two corridors off the like the front of the building is Yasher's on the left on the front of the room, so probably like 50 feet away, and then Alin's on the right, probably in the front right corner, having torn off mirrors, so about 50 feet away from the Whispering Reaver. So, and then Melody and Mabel are probably like 35 feet away, and then Raz is more like 15 feet away from the Whispering Reaver in the back of the room.
In the front of the room, there is the entrance to the building?
Yes.
Okay.
So at this point, Yasher and Alin would be closest to the exit. Starting off the round of combat in the back of the room near Raz, the Whispering Reaver, Maggie, is going to, her shambling form, she looks a little like haggard almost, or this monster looks a little haggard. It's a little worse for wear, it seems. And it is going to shoot out its arm, and its arm is going to extend in this elongated form, defying all, it's almost like, oh, that's a deep cut. I don't know. Maybe Xavier would get it. It's almost like a shoujin manga where their limbs are way too long. Where they just don't know proper proportions of people, so its arm.
Okay, it's just bad drawings.
Yeah, but like,
almost stick
like
figures.
like Crystal, Sailor Moon, like Tuxedo Mask's legs were always way too long for his body.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay. That's my very specific cut there, but
You had a clear image in your mind for sure.
but she's gonna reach out her arm and it's going to extend beyond all possible logic and reason and reach into a mirror, and then when she pulls it out from the mirrors on the right and left of her, there will be another copy of her, even in her haggard form, and there'll be two copies on the left of the room, so it's almost like encircling where Raz is. There are now 4 Whispering Reavers.
Great.
Then that one is going to do Shatter Scream. So all of you, I need a power roll, and we're gonna do power versus power, all of us.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Yikes.
Well, it's power versus power. She could really flub this.
She'd have to flip it pretty badly.
The Reaver lets out this warbling scream that resonates in all the mirrors and mirror fragments, and they start to vibrate, and it crescendos. It starts off as this like whisper scream that builds and builds and builds until it's like a pressure on your ears. Raz, Alin, and Yasher, you are deafened. You're deafened for 6 rounds.
Wonderful.
Next one. Perfect.
6 years.
6 years.
The rounds are a lot, but that is their turn. So then next up is Karen. A monster has appeared.
Many monsters have appeared.
Did you notice?
I may have seen it. All right. So Melody and Mabel are like standing kind of like in the center of this room, and like she hears Uncle Ed behind her, Stina saying, "Steady, Mel," and she's like thinking back to the first time we kind of encountered this mirror monster, and she just like whispers, well, not whispers, but she says like really low, like, "We need light." And so I'd like to get to the door and fling that open. And if I don't know if I need a bigger, I have the mirror shard in my pocket, or if I need a bigger mirror, but I'd like to do some mirror magic of getting the light to reflect off of the one mirror into the other mirrors too.
Mummy style.
Mummy style, exactly.
I'm trying to think of a role for this. Like, my initial instinct is like luck. It's like a luck to get it just right.
Let's do a luck roll.
Because it doesn't take anything to like open a door and let light into the room. But
Right.
let's see like maximum coverage of the light. Like how like
Yeah, and you have to get like a good angle too.
yeah. So you got a regular success. So I'm going to say, and that's like a 50, which is really good because it's like 26 points under your regular. So I'm thinking you have this room pretty well illuminated, but the Whispering Reaver is at the back of the room, so the light loses its efficacy by that point.
Sure.
But the front of the room is like considered almost like a safe haven at this point, from what you know of.
Yeah,
the
and I
Whispering
really
Reaver.
wasn't trying to like do like damage or something to it. Like it really was just like, okay, well, we need something working in our favor. If we can like keep them from even just moving through the other mirrors to get closer to the majority of our party, then that would be beneficial.
Oh, you know what? Alin tore mirrors off right near the front, so she probably even like tore off large mirrors. So you're probably able to like position some of those mirrors like on the floor to like angle
like,
just
keep it
right,
there.
and that's how you're. Some of the ones you didn't completely break.
Yeah, like one fell off and it was like laying there, and she kind of just dragged it to the doorway and then propped it up.
Yeah.
That way, like, she's still available to help.
Uncle Ed, following behind you, will say to you as you're doing this, "We just need those last 2 mirrors, Mel." Okay. And then we got Xavier, Trudeau, Dushin.
Hey, it's me. I'm assuming I'm losing my turn, right, for the smashing? Because otherwise, the rolling for the number of turns sort of like didn't really matter.
Oh, yes.
I
you're
wouldn't
right.
mind losing the turn
Okay, yeah.
to really put the emphasis on how much rage is going on in this room.
And now you're deaf, too.
And I'm deaf too.
Yeah. Yes. So this first round, you're ripping mirrors off the wall. I will say there is a result of your turn, but you will not see the fruits of that. Moving on, though. Jamie, first off, can I get a psychology or spot hidden from you just to start off your turn?
Yes. Hey.
Nice.
Hey! Alin is smashing mirrors. Or at least it seems like it. She starts with these 2 smaller mirrors, this compact size mirror and this small rectangular paper journal size shaving mirror. Those hit the ground, but they bounce away from her towards you unbroken.
I will definitely pick them up if they, didn't fall off the wall. They fell off Alin. I'll definitely pick them up.
You notice that Alin almost at first throws the compact on the ground, and it just bounces like almost and then rolls right in front of you. And so you pick that one up first, and you feel a deep connection to it. This compact.
I think I'm going to look over at Alin, smashing these mirrors in like a complete rage, right? Probably calming things down, and like starting to breathe. And I'm gonna open up this compact and just sort of, Mabel is gonna like dot her lips like she's fixing her lipstick, and she's gonna throw it on the ground and smash it with her heel. Or
When you
try.
fix your lipstick, the reflection winks at you.
It's a sleigh.
As you throw it to the ground, and it does break upon impact with the ground, and you feel a certainty come over you. You feel as if you've gained a piece of yourself back. That mirror was connected to you deeply, and through the last 10 years you've been stuck in this loop. You felt a disconnection. You felt like you've gotten farther and farther away from your true self, your meaning for being here. And you are a paranormal investigator, and you are figuring this shit out. You will get out of this loop, and you will save everybody in this room. You have full certainty that you are on the right track.
Damn right.
But I'm just gonna say that was a maneuver. You still get an action.
Oh, nice. I am gonna use my action to pick up this other mirror.
As you glance in it, what you expect is your own reflection again, like the last one, but you see in a festival-laden street, and walking down it is you could easily recognize that zoot suit and fedora anywhere. You see Raz walking down the street hand in hand with a small girl.
Oh, I think I'm gonna smash it for you, Raz, because you're deaf. I can't I can't like throw it over to you and be like, here you go, Raz. You know.
Well, we'll end the turn with you picking it up.
Okay.
And now we'll move on to Ian.
That mirror was super sturdy. I hurt my shin trying to break it.
Yeah, that's right. You lost a lot of HP trying to break it.
Yeah, he did. He cut you.
Oh my god.
Correct me if I'm wrong, everyone, but I'm pretty sure, because Yasher has been in a room doing stuff, I don't think he's keyed into, like, we should be smashing mirrors to try and hurt this thing. That's what I'm trying to... I don't think he's clued into that.
I don't think so either.
So he's going to do something pretty uncharacteristic then. But he has... Because in the yoga studio, he pulled out this knife and he told Raz, hey, I'll stab whatever I need to. I'll keep you safe. We'll get through this together. So that's his chance to make good on that promise. And so he's grabbing his ears and he's hearing a ringing in his head, but he's got a knife and he sees Raz in trouble close to this monster, and he's gonna rush out and try and stab one of these things. Screaming. Deaf screaming. Panicked deaf screaming.
Okay, so they haven't really moved yet, so I'm pretty sure you remember which one was the first one, or you just like blindly attacking whichever one?
I'm gonna go whichever one's closest to me.
Okay, it might be the one that came out of the back left mirror, so on like the left of Raz. The one closest to Raz would be the one closest to you.
Yep, that makes sense. That's what I'll do. Oh, this is not a good chance, so... Ooh, nope.
So this mirror monster, the Whispering Reaver, kind of jumps into the mirror, like kind of becomes a fluid entity and kind of sucks part of itself into one of the mirrors on the wall that it's right next to as you go to stab it and miss a lot.
Yeah, by a mile. And I'm like, I'm also screaming like, Raz, get up, get out of there! And cannot hear me. All right, that's my turn.
Well, let's see what Raz does.
Oh boy.
Yasher's run up on you.
You got it, Raz.
Three more monsters have appeared around you, and Yasher runs up next to you, and you do not hear him coming. He came out of nowhere.
Oh boy. I've been, as the old guy who just watches the youngins and Yasher, I think we're the same age, to be honest, just run about and do their thing. It's just so chaotic, and Raz can't hear shit. And there's just this discordant silence in his head. No loud noises, no distractions to run at with a gun, just silence and the chaos around him and his thoughts. And he's thinking, this mirror monster, it could be real, magic could be real. He's just now coming to that realization. This shit could be real. And he is so freaked out. He is going to, out of pure panic, he's going to spray Quillum. Just spray him alive. Just absolutely just unleash the Tommy gun in a way that you should never do in society. But he's looking around. He's like, there is no society. Not anymore. Magic's real. The kids, the new generation is going to just eat us all alive anyway. Just press down on the trigger. That's what his silent thoughts are telling him, and that's what he does.
Okay, let's roll Tommy gun. There is, even if you fail, you're still going to hit. I just want to see if you get an extreme failure and somehow Quillum, survives this.
Fair enough.
How big a mess we're making here.
Exactly.
I mean, he's a cult member. I'm just doing, it's basic math. It's too quiet, too much thinking, dark
It's basically
thoughts.
his fault, right?
Yes.
He had it
Thank
coming.
you.
Yeah.
Finally, blame's being shifted in the right places.
So really, I just wanted to see if somehow the gun jammed. It didn't. So you have this pointed against his head. It was pressed against his forehead. So you pulled the trigger and you are looking up at the Whispering Reaver. So you're probably like also pulling up your arm as you're like doing it. So you don't see it because you're now looking around at the room, but everyone else sees as the bullets fire right into Quillum's head, and brain matter starts shooting out, pieces of skull. One of his eyes pop out. Half of his skull is cleaved off and rolls across the floor as the burst of submachine gun cuts his head in half, and his brain spills out onto the floor.
Believe it or not, Raz has actually never done that before. So he'll try to whisper, "Oh shit," but it's just way too late. He's, "Oh shit!" So he'll stumble back in a really uncool moment and just like almost stumble on whatever's behind him. And it's pretty much, a full action end of his turn, but he's just taken aback, stumbled back. So he's probably moving back a few paces. But he still has the gun in his hand, probably red hot, and he's just stumbling back, a little shell shocked.
And from how close it was to the target of its shot, it is probably covered in just blood, pieces of skull, hair, brain.
Maybe rage runes incite violence.
Maybe.
Need more examples.
Your Honor, I want to submit to the court that because of the proximity to this, Yasher is now again covered in head gore.
To be fair, I think we can resist a sanity check because of Mabel.
Yes.
We're used to it. We've seen this.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
I thought of that too, because you guys have had brain matter on you before, and I think in Mabel's 10 years of loops, she's probably seen something similar to this.
Bad shit is happening. This is probably not even the worst day.
Yeah.
Oh, that old thing.
This is about a 6.
So back at the top of the order is the Whispering Reaver. Let's see what fun things it could do. 2 of them nearest the mirrors on both sides of the room, the left and the right side of the room, are going to step into the mirrors, seemingly disappearing. One is going to come up to Raz, and its limb, this inky black elongated limb, is going to materialize into glass talons that reflect your face as it takes a swipe at you. Hey! But you could roll a dodge, or you could fight back.
I will do that.
You're not the dodging sort.
No.
So they rolled a 46 out of 50, so their success is just a general success.
Gotta get low. Hee!
Hey! So
Only just.
Looking
you
at the
rolled
party
a
tank.
40. Well, not only just, it's the level of success. So out of 89, he did, 45 points of success? So describe it as you not only avoid the attack, but turn the attack against the Whispering Reaver.
So Raz, he stumbled back with his gun. He's still deaf, so he doesn't even hear it coming, but when it apparates and takes a glassy swipe, he takes like the butt of his gun and like jabs it at the elbow of the creature, and it just flies wildly, and he takes the Tommy gun in one hand after, you know, using it to like kind of bat the hand away, and he punches the arm, the glass claw, as hard as he can, just trying to, like, I don't know, break it, but like he just punches at it because it's part of the body and might hurt her.
Yeah, so that's successful, and you are able to like slam its hand into the ground as it's going to swipe you.
He's trying to shatter it.
Yeah, you aren't able to shatter it. You do have a very high success, but it's not shatter. It will take 8 points of damage. Or not 8 points, 1d8. Oh, so 1 point. Sorry, I tried.
It took that.
So its claw does not shatter, but it is slammed into the ground, and you do damage it. But as you touch it, you do feel... So you could see the inky blackness encasing it. So as your fist makes contact, it's almost like an instant, your hand goes numb. You know that tingling feeling when you've been sitting too long? Like that spider pricky feeling, that's what you feel. And it just feels a little uncomfy touching it.
Don't like that.
And then the last mirror monster closest to Yasher. So one went into the mirror, but then another one's going to take a swipe at Yasher. You could go to dodge or try to turn its attack against it. It has a 50%. I'm going to see if it succeeds. It does not succeed. I guess you could take a fail or try to dodge to maneuver yourself somewhere in a better position to get a bonus to your next roll.
I'll try and dodge away from it for sure. Yeah. Ooh, okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's
so
pretty
he's
good.
going to incorporate
really
beans into this dodge.
Yeah.
That's what Yasher can do. He can't stab, but he can run away.
Really well.
It's pretty on brand.
Yeah.
You are going to get a bonus to your next roll.
Yes.
So next up is Lynn. Your rage leaves you. You're surrounded by broken mirrors near the front of the room, near the exit.
As you described it, like literally seeing red for a short 6 seconds, but eventually, just out of sheer exhaustion, seeing like the cuts on her hands and lack of sound around her, and then all this light coming in from the front door, from Melody, all of these stimuli sort of like kick in and bring her down from her bout of insanity. But seeing the scene in front of her, she realizes she doesn't have the mirrors in her hands anymore, sees Mabel with them, and I picture her like she's not even standing right now, she's like on the ground, like on her knees, like she can't, like wakes up like with, you know, broken shards in her hands, and she tries to, seeing the mirror monsters and the light, she looks around for her camera, and she'll try to set it up so that she can take one more shot if it's not broken, hopefully, from what just happened. But if she could set it up and try to have that flash go off. I could roll luck.
I know, that's what I was just thinking.
It's going to be a legendary picture.
You have to fail extremely badly for you to have broken your camera in your rage. So a failure does not equal broken camera. It's like an extreme failure.
Yeah, which, you know, this is possible.
Yeah.
Luck.
Be a lady.
Ooh. Oh, wait. Can I use luck on the luck roll? What happens? I guess I can't hit it because I keep lowering the score.
Oh, yeah. It would be a paradox. You wouldn't be able to.
Xavier's
so
paradox.
You didn't break it, though.
Didn't break it.
But it's not nearby.
Yeah.
In your rage, it's down the hallway.
Okay, yeah, I can picture the scene where I tap around the ground for it, I look around frantically, and I see it across the hallway, and there's like, you know, the fighting happening, and I need to crawl there because I'm hurt too, so I'll be crawling, trying to like avoid attention, and I'll try to reach for the camera across a battlefield.
Okay.
crawling through broken
Yeah.
glass too.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the scene. So let's act.
So I'm going to say that's your turn to get to your camera as you embed yourself over and over again with more pieces of glass that reflect not only you, but the horrific scene around you and scenes not around you. Jamie.
Okay, so I've got this mirror. I suppose can I look to see for last time when I had broken mine if anything happened with the monster? Like, did it cause it physical pain when I broke this mirror? I didn't even think of that.
As you slam the mirror and this confidence and this sense of self overcomes you, you quickly glance towards one of the monsters, or as many as you could see in your vision, and there is seemingly no reaction to the breaking of that mirror in particular.
And Alyn has stopped breaking mirrors, so I think...
Oh, it's just a thing she does. Oh, okay.
Right. Okay, so I suppose now that people are being harmed, I'm gonna pull out a weapon and try. It feels more Mabel to use the revolver. I'm gonna use the revolver, and I will try to shoot the copy that is attacking Raz.
Okay.
So Mabel will pull this revolver out of like a thigh strap, probably, and is gonna point it over towards Raz, who just obliterated Quillam. And even though Raz can't hear her, she's gonna yell, "Raz, get out of the way!" Because she's not a very good shot.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So that arm that was just slammed down by Raz in retaliation to its attack, you shoot that arm off. As Raz holds it stable on the ground with his punch, the arm just kind of like, you detach it. And like I was saying earlier, this being that was wearing Maggie's skin, its bones are like a mirror, like glass. So there's this loud like breaking of glass that shatters as the arm detaches, and then it like melts into the floor, and then just scattering of pieces of mirror where the arm was, as the blacky inkness just is like melted into the floor. Ian.
How many mirror monsters are on the field? I know a couple jumped in 2 mirrors.
Yeah, there are 2. There's one right in front of you, and then there's one over Raz.
Oh, right. There's one that like tried to swipe at
Yes.
me, right? Okay.
Oh, and you have an advantage on this attack, so you're gonna get a bonus die.
Tell me what you think this will do, but I'm gonna try to. I guess what I'd like to do is like blind it or make it so that it has some kind of disadvantage or something. And so I am going to take off the cape that I'm wearing and like throw a cape on it, like over its head and over its face.
Okay. Yeah. I guess that would be like a dex. I think it'd be like a dex versus dex situation.
Gotcha.
And so with your bonus, you can impose a penalty on my roll, or you could subtract it from your roll. However you want to use that.
I will subtract it from my roll. I'll just subtract it from my roll. Oh my God. Okay.
So you rolled a 16, or you rolled a 61, and I rolled a 16.
Right.
Like a mirror would.
Yes.
Kind
Yeah, it mirrors your movements as you lift your arms and lean over it. It bends back and like positions itself in like this fluid, but then you hear the cracking of its like mirrored parts clicking against each other as it moves in this like chitinous like movement as it like moves out of the way very quickly.
And I'm like, stop it, stop moving, stop it.
Zach, that arm that you punched, it just melted in front of you. You did not hear any gunshots though.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, isn't it? So much. We got to slow down on the magic, you know. Like Raz has come to a realization, but hey, let's take baby steps, before we start going full mage. It's just its arm's gone. It's just like reeling, but it's still there, right next to Raz. So I think Raz wants to try to do a brawling, but instead of using his fists like a Neanderthal, he wants to use the butt of his Tommy gun as a brawling utensil.
Okay, so like an improvised weapon.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do brawl.
You know the gun has a front end too.
That gun buddy is so sturdy.
You know you have more bullets.
Quillen proved it works.
You're standing in his brain right now. You know it works. Oh my god, I rolled a 69.
Nice.
But I failed. Describe it as you successfully clock this whispering reaver.
Raz, he kind of looks down, sees that its arms missing, and he just gets a clever idea to like, oh wait, that punch didn't feel good. It felt like my arm was falling asleep. Don't like that. So he'll take the butt of his gun and just bat her right on the side of the head as hard as he can.
So the last pieces of that porcelain skin that was the Maggie skin fall off, and it's just the form of the mirror monster now, and the inky blackness is starting to almost like melt off of its mirrored skeleton beneath, but it is still standing.
These things can take a beating.
Yeah.
So back at the top of the order, first we are going to start with the two unseen ones. From two ends of the room, I'm just going to roll for random. So for me, it would be Ian 1, Jamie 2, Karen 3, Xavier 4, Raz 5, 6, I reroll. So Melody, 1 is gonna come after you.
Cool.
Yeah, sure. Melody, as you position the mirror. Did I skip you?
You sure did, but it's okay because I had no idea what I wanted to do. So I was just back here going, just keep going.
Actually, it can't even get you because you're in a safe zone.
Yeah, and the light, right?
Yeah. And Alin left the safe zone. So you're the only one in that safe zone.
Pretend like before I was yelling to everyone, stay in the light, and nobody could hear me.
I didn't pick up on the safe zone. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, because we're all
No idea
deaf.
about a safe zone.
Everyone's
no idea.
deaf.
Yeah. They're raging and deaf and
Well, after the Whispering Reaver, it would be your turn, but I'm going to let you have 2 actions. Since I forgot about you. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. I
was doing a thing.
I just assume Melody just gets super pissed because everyone's just ignoring her. So, all right, I'm just gonna go twice.
So 3 will now become, in my order, would become Xavier. So you're going to take that one for Karen. So the mirrors that are still on the wall, the ones that aren't broken, maybe even one from the ceiling, it's going to like, one of them's going to like pulse like water, and then a black tendril is going to whip out, like this blackened tentacled, it's going to lash out at Yasher and Alin as she's crawling on the floor. I roll a 60, and that's my success. If you guys would like to, I don't know, somehow attack the tentacle as it's coming at you, or dodge, you are able.
dodge, yeah.
Whoa. Now I'll use my luck.
Yeah, you could push it.
I think I'm gonna push it though. I'm gonna push it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a push for this dodge roll because I have to.
That's yep.
Yeesh, McGeesh.
All right.
Oh no.
Yep. Let's
You gotta
go.
take a swing, you know.
Yep. I had to.
So when you push it, especially in a combat situation, the failure goes up a level.
Cool.
So yeah.
Does it?
First we'll start with Alin. So Alin crawling across the broken mirrors, and you're just being jabbed from underneath, and that is completely distracting you, so you do not see this giant ass black tentacle coming towards you, and it wraps itself around your leg and pulls you and like throws you across the room. And you slide into glass. Like, you are smeared across the floor. There is a smear of blood as you're pulled across, lifted, whipped across the room.
And that's with a success. Well, now I'm down to 6. Now I'm into like the one more die left in me category of HP. Can I roll luck? See if I got thrown near the camera.
Okay.
And I guess if I fail, I really didn't.
Okay.
Not lucky enough.
That's a failure. You are thrown down a hallway, but it's the opposite one.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one that Yasher originally went down to do his ritual.
All right. Okay. I gotcha.
Yasher, you are attacked by a tentacle as well. It does not have to reach very far because you're standing very close to the wall.
And I don't hear it, and I guess I don't see it.
It's right behind you, and what it does is it wraps around your throat, pulls you back, slams you against the wall, and that's how you're knocked prone as you just like kind of take it to the back of your head and just go like slide down the wall.
Hot.
And you take 1d6. Oh shit.
I am also down to 1 die of anything
You're down to
happening.
1 hit point.
Yeah. Boom.
I guess we'll see each other tomorrow, guys.
I don't know. Some of us don't have mirrors now.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, we may only have 1 life to live now. Not looking good for Alin and Yasher. BT dubs.
And there's 2 more Whispering Reavers that need to attack. 1 standing over Yasher.
Let's go. I want to see these. Throw it all at me, Susan. We need to see these mechanics. That's what we're here for.
Okay. 1 is... Oh, I know what it wants to do. Okay, so it is going to try and grab you. So I'm going to roll a strength, and you could try to avoid. You are prone, so you get a penalty die.
Gotcha.
Oh.
I got a pretty good success too, but I think you beat me. Now, if I spend luck, can I get that so that I can get a success for that?
Yes. So if you spend 4,
4 points of luck?
yes, you would beat it.
I will do that.
4 locos.
4 luckos. I will spend 4 luckos.
Okay, so as you're slammed against the wall by you don't know what, but you feel numb around your neck and like ants are crawling over you. Through your bleary vision, you see the other mirror monster go to grab you, and you are able to move out of the way.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's like we're on the cam of the tentacle, and it's like coming at Yasher, and he's like kicking his little feeties and like trying to like scoot away.
You know what? Like maybe even like the tentacle is still like moving you, and that helps you in some way in your like delirious state, and that's the luck. Like
Yeah.
it moves you out of the way a little bit. The last Whispering Reaver, the one that's arm was shattered in front of Raz, it's going to try to move away from you towards the mirror. Because this one's like melting into the ground before you. It is not looking too hot. So if you want to do something as it tries to move away from you.
Yeah, let's try to fight it in any way I can.
Oh,
Where the hell are you going?
So it's not looking so hot, so even your old man reflexes, you're able to grab it. As you go to grab it, the black inkiness that you had just punched that had substance and corporealness to it kind of like is like almost liquid as you, but like a thicker liquid, like a slime as you reach through and you're able to grab its skeleton beneath the inky blackness, and it like seeps around your fingers, and again that numb feeling encases your hand. So, but you are able to grab it and keep it from getting away. And now we'll move on to Karen times 2.
Melody has just seen 2 of her friends get just whomped on. One went one way, one went the other way.
Yes.
And it's not looking good for either of them. So I think I'm gonna roll a die to see which direction I'm gonna go. So she's gonna move towards Yasher. Like she's gonna like hesitate because I think Alin was like the first one that got pulled, so she's like gonna move that way, and then it's like Yasher's got 2. It's like 1 versus 1, 2 versus 1, and I have a small knife, apparently.
Yeah, I think we like justified it as like it's using your rituals, you know, like carving candles or sometimes a drop of blood.
You just walk over and mercy kill Ash.
So she'll move towards Yasher, and then like while she's doing it, while she's on her way to him, she's gonna like yell over to Mabel and say, "We have to find the last couple of mirrors," because I don't think she saw Mabel smash her own mirror. So she's still running off of like there's still 2 mirrors left to smash. She's taking out her little dagger as she's doing it, and then as she gets up to Yasher, she's gonna try to slice into the one, like the tentacle that's around his neck.
If you roll a 100, you gotta hit his neck. Them's the rules.
His neck. Oh my god.
Those are the rules. We have to respect the crit. Oh
No.
my god.
Oh no.
You almost killed Yasher.
Whoa.
Now's the time to push it.
Yeah, I gotta push
How
it.
worse can
right?
it get?
It could
You
still
were
get
a-
worse.
If you roll a 100, this man is dead.
You were a hair away from killing Yasher.
I know I said them's the rules, but I was just yapping.
Because here's the thing: is if I push it and then I fail again, I can't use luck,
And it'd be a worse result if you fail.
and it's not a good stat for me.
Take the
either.
L. Take the L.
All right, we're just gonna let it fly.
But it's almost like everything's moving a little slow motion for you right now, and you are able to take you're like in a Matrix movie right now, all by yourself, and you get to take a second action.
Try again.
I think I'd rather try to, because I think the movement would be to stab and then try to pull Yasher away. So I think I'd like to try to pull him as just like follow through with the movement.
It's probably a strength, but you would get a bonus because I'm pretty sure Yasher would not be resisting you. Yasher, are you resisting help?
No. I need all the help I can get.
Okay, so strength, that's better actually. So
And then you do a -1 or minus.
oh, I didn't do a minus. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Whoa.
but this is Karen we're talking about.
Yeah, right. On fire. Except for when she almost stabbed me to death.
We don't talk about that.
That didn't happen. What are you talking about? But can you roll a d10 just for funsies? And we'll
Yes.
minus that? Because I want to see if this is a
Absolutely.
super extreme success. And it is. So you rolled a -2. Yasher and Melody, you could describe maybe in tandem how awesomely this goes over and the positive result of this.
I put my hand out to you.
The dagger goes towards the tentacle. It misses. It gets so close to Yasher's face that it like
His eyes are super wide.
Dinner plates.
it like cuts off a piece of his hair or something, you know, like. And as like she's following through and like pulling him backwards, she pulls him way harder than she expected to, because I think she thought there was going to be a lot more resistance. And then they both just go flying backwards, probably I think far enough to hit the safe zone.
And with your -2, you are able to both stay upright, even stumbling back. You somehow stabilize each other into the area encased in light. And it's glittering from all directions around you, from the ground, because all the broken pieces on the ground, and reflecting into the ceiling. It's a glittering prism encasing you in safety.
Emily is saying to him, "Stay in the light." And it just
Huh?
seemed...
Thank you! It wasn't going well!
Why are you yelling?
What?
Then we're gonna swipe to Alin, who just finished sliding down the hallway, not strewn with mirror shards, because this is not where any of the mirror fragments were broken.
Ellen will be completely like flipped around, loses sense of like direction up and down for a moment, and then rolls over on her side and tries to get her bearings and see where she ended up, and realizes that's where the ritual was happening earlier. And so yeah, she'll remember that mirror with the runes and look at it, but I remember it being too high for her to reach.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was said last time. So she'll be like, qu'est-ce que je fais? And she'll look around quickly, see if there's like these, velvet rope poles or like any coat rack, anything that would be in a hair salon, I guess. As quick, I know I'm prone. I don't know how much of my action that's taking just to get up.
So it halves your move rate. It takes you a little bit to orient yourself and get yourself standing and looking around to where you're at, but you are fairly close to the velvet curtain that Yasher used to close off the room he was in, and that is held by a curtain pole.
I'll try to pull on the curtains to have it like fall.
We're gonna roll a strength. Very little chance of failure. Like, even if you fail this roll, it's just to see if you get a very extreme failure.
Yeah, like the curtains rip, but the pole stays. And so, yeah, she's very beat up. She's bruised. She's bleeding. Her hands are just holding stuff hurts because of all the cuts. And so she's in a bad spot. So, like with groans of pain, she'll get up and she'll pull on those curtains with all the strength she can muster. And I'll roll strength.
Ooh.
And with a 32, that is a success. And it is a struggle to pull because these are very heavy curtains, so they have a very sturdy pull holding them up. But with every ounce of your strength and desperation, you are able to just hang on it. It comes undone and you stumble as the curtain rod falls to the ground.
Next time I'm up, I'll try to grab that pole and smash through that mirror.
Okay, so next up is Jamie.
I had so much success last time. I'm gonna try for the same thing.
Guns seem to be your thing.
I guess so. And I think even with that little success that Mabel was not expecting, she's gonna sort of like give herself a little chuckle. Like, God, I guess those 10 extra years of practice really are coming in handy. And she's gonna try to shoot again.
This monster is trying to flee away from Raz, the one that you're trying to shoot at. That's the one you shot at last time. And it is kind of like melting. So you kind of like get near it because you are fairly close to your success. You're only 13 off. But it's the point where it's like melting off. So it already, you clip it, but get some of that blacky inkness off. But it doesn't actually do any damage to it.
I think I want to push it
Ooh.
because I've got a lot of luck to use.
You could use luck.
Yeah, you can use luck.
Yeah, only 13 points.
Can I?
That's not bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
So in another timeline, it just hit the inky blackness. And you flash back to that timeline, but that's not this timeline. You see that reflected in one of the mirrors.
Yeah.
There you go.
But in this room, in this reality, you hit it. You get it right through its grin, its immutable grin. It shatters it into 1,000 pieces as this thing screams, and the mirrors reverberate with its screams, and its entire body shatters, and the inky blackness all encasing it that had been dripping to the floor just puddles out underneath it and then evaporates. And this one is gone. You stand victorious over your kill, and then we move on to Ian.
So the time for bravery is over.
With one hit point?
Yeah. It's done. I guess he's gonna try and listen to Melody and see what she's trying to convey to him. So any information she's trying to give him, he's like paying attention to try and like figure out. And he remembers, because Melody said this, like light, that's like key to keeping this thing at bay, at least. So he's gonna look around for like a mirror that hasn't been shattered within the light, because he wants to see if he can take that and sort of like angle it at whatever else is in the room to try and get it to, I don't know, go away or leave or get weak or whatever will happen. So that's what I want to try and do.
How about we use your skill appraise just to spot a good mirror?
Oh, yeah. I love
One with
that.
a highly reflective surface.
I love that. Yes.
A primo.
Bravery is over. Nerdage is on.
It's time for light science.
Oh.
Done.
Would you like to push it?
How much luck you got?
Do you have some luck points?
Yeah, I do have some luck. Let's see, how much do I need? I need 10, 14, I think. 14. I'm going to use 14 luck.
So a lot of these mirrors are, even for the 20s, vintage mirrors. So there's like, they're not the highly polished surfaces, but you spot one that has been upkept so well, and it will reflect light perfectly.
Oh, beautiful. And it's got gilded and gold on it.
Yes, and it's just large enough for you to be able to grab it.
Grab and pick up. Perfect, yes.
Yeah.
Noodle arm Yasher picks it up. Oh, he's got bean strength. He does have bean strength. So he's going to pick that up and like try and like reflect this light onto, I guess, the one that was attacking me, sort of like back in the back of the room. See if he can like get a beam sort of back there to just kind of get on it.
Yeah, let's go into your wheelhouse. Let's do an intelligence.
Yeah, sort of like figuring out which angles the beam needs to go at. I like it.
Right.
Like it. Okay. There we go.
Nice.
That's pretty good success. Well, regular success.
So you are able to aim it perfectly at that monster that had been attacking you.
Could I think I'm real close to getting a better success. Could I spend a point of luck to get that to a better success?
So that would be a hard success. So it's regular, hard, extreme. Yeah, so hard success. So beyond just like hitting it, you're describe the benefit. That would add a benefit.
I guess what I want it to do is to put it on the defensive, like get it on its back heel. So instead of like attacking it's trying to like push itself away or get away or, you know, head for a mirror or something like that, rather than like aggressive. It's now like trying to get away from this.
Makes sense. Perfect. Love it. Okay, so that ends your turn, and then it is Raz. The only mirror monster you see at this point. One exploded in front of you, and you do see one that Yasher aimed the beam of light at. You might be able to see Mabel at this point, who probably is standing over you with the gun.
Raz is going to, for the first time since, you know, the first mirror monster kind of teleported to him and attacked him, he's going to look around. He's going to scan the room, and he's going to look up at the lights. What kind of lights are these?
There's a large chandelier in the center of the room.
And we got how are they lit?
This building has electricity.
Can I make a spot hidden check to catch some wiring or something to the chandelier?
Yeah.
The goal here is Raz is looking for something to shoot to light a fire.
Love it.
Nice electrical fire.
I know a little bit about this because I really loved HGTV for a long time. So back in the 20s, what they would do is they didn't have regulations for electricity, and all their wiring would just hang out, all fun, like in knobs and tubes that you could just see everywhere. It wasn't until like the 60s that they started fixing that.
Right, with those weird little caps, right?
Yeah. And they just kind of like hang out next to the like appliances. So chandelier, definitely. It's probably a big ball of just wires that are just like all tangled together.
If that's the case, Raz is going to see that, feel the numbness of the quietness in his head, and he's going to just smile. He's going to point the Tommy gun at the gaudy wiring, just at the whole cluster of it, and he'll just kind of say softly, but he's still deaf, so it just, whoever can hear is gonna hear like, I can't wait to see how hot glass gets. So he's gonna shoot at it with his Tommy gun that he's still holding. Gonna go ahead and put a time limit on this boss battle. You don't see too many player-imposed time limits. Gotta take the power back when you can.
Fight against the man. So that's a failure. Could you roll a luck for me, Riaz? Okay, so I had an idea in my head that if you got lucky, you missed the wiring, but you were able to get the rope attachment for the chandelier, and the chandelier would come crashing down. But that plan didn't happen either. I just wanted to share it.
I saw it in the reflection somewhere.
You see it in one of the mirrors.
Like, let's do this.
Yeah, it reflected in the mirror. You see one where he does hit it and the room starts to go alight, and you see in another mirror the chandelier come crashing down. But in this reality, he just hits some mirrors and some of the glass on the chandelier.
Oh, I love this.
Raz will just whisper under his breath, "Damn it!"
As loud. Yeah.
Whispering Reaver.
Okay, so now we're back at the top of the turn. This is round 5. One more round and you get your hearing back. But top of the turn is the Whispering Reavers. The one out and about is on the defensive, so it is going to make a dive for a mirror, and seeing as no one's in the vicinity and can do anything, it's just going to dive into a mirror like it's a pool and disappear within it. And a silence settles over the room. Deep silence that even the people who can't hear in this moment, it's a feeling. It's like when a fan goes off in a room, you know, the air starts to feel stagnant. That's what everybody feels. And then it is Melody's turn.
I don't want to leave the light.
I was gonna say you get a insight from Uncle Ed. Oh, there's another one in your pocket. We only need one more.
So I think Melody will say, "There's another one in my pocket," and like do that thing where you're like running your hands in all your pockets, like what the like checking the back pocket, checking the whatever. Is there a different shard in there now?
There are
the same one
3
before?
shards now.
Where the fuck are these shards coming from? If there's 3 shards in her pocket, she's gonna take them all out and shatter them all.
So you're gonna like slam them on the ground?
Yeah. And if that doesn't break them, I'll stomp them.
Could you roll a luck for me? So in one of the realities, in the reflections in the mirror, you slam it down and you lose track of them, and then they blend in with the rest of the fragments on the ground.
God. Didn't think about that.
But you slam them to the ground and they do not break. And Uncle Ed goes, no. We need those.
He'll like mid-air stopping. I don't understand. You want me to break mirrors? You don't want me to break mirrors? What is that?
Not these mirrors, Mel. The soul mirrors. The ones your friends have been breaking. You've been no help, by the way.
Red for filth.
Unc gives it to you straight.
If it's allowed, she'll reach back down and pick them back up. And the whole time she's mumbling, "God, I miss when you were missing." Talking riddles. Just tell me the truth. What's going on?
And you sullenly put them back in your pocket, and the camera zooms down the hallway to Alin.
Keeping an eye down the corridor and like to all the other mirrors where that anything could come out of, she'll sort of like step away from the row of mirrors on the wall so that she uses the reach of the pole to just poke at it and repeatedly if she needs to. But she'll use the distance. She'll put distance between her and the wall of mirrors just in case.
So I guess we could do like a brawl or a dex or strength.
I will do strength then.
Yeah, probably strength. I'm looking at your stats and yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Do it.
You pick up the pole. It's a little bit heavier than you thought. Like I said, it's holding up velvet curtains, so it has to hold a ton of weight. But you were able to position it and angle it up at that mirror that's just out of reach for you. And with the distance of the hall, so about 6 feet, you use that momentum to slam into the mirror with the pole in hand. And the mirror cracks and then shatters in a moment. And then that stillness, that silence that everybody felt, like the fan going off in the room, you start to hear, even the people deaf, you hear whoop, 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 as all the mirrors start to vibrate together, and they go faster and faster and faster and faster and faster, and you hear an otherworldly scream, 1,000 tiny screams combined into one, as every mirror in this place shatters.
I just feel like everybody at the same time sees this wobbling of all the mirrors, and we all have a fraction of a second to sort of like turn around and cover our faces, to have our backs to the shattering mirrors, like shatters, and almost like the tiniest of fragments is almost like smoke, like dust of mirrors.
There's this bright light just like reflecting everywhere.
Oh, and then darkness as the mirrors shatter.
Yeah. Yasher's holding one. It shatters in front of him.
Yes.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Respect the Crits, Endless Equinox. If you like what you heard, please consider supporting us by leaving us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts or whatever platform you use. It's easy, free, and helps others learn about the show. Follow us for info, updates, and extra clips on our socials. We're on pretty much everything at Respect the Crit, or come be a part of our amazing community in our Discord. Mabel McIntyre is played by Jamie Lee Bonez, who you can find at Jamie MF Bones. Alain Levesque is played by Xavier Trudeau Duchesne, who you can find at Xavier TD on Blue Sky. Melody Thompson is played by Karen Huseman, who you can find at Not So Shy Ronnie. Raz McClay is played by Zach Clark. Yasher Angle is played by me, your host, Ian Duncan, and you can find me at iDunks. Our keeper of arcane lore is Susan Spinator, who you can find at Suze Laluz. The music in this episode is provided with license or permission by a variety of talented artists, whose info and credits can be found in the episode notes. Please support them by visiting their platforms to hear more of their work. The Call of Cthulhu 7th edition role-playing game is published by Chaosium Inc. And remember, whatever the system, miss or a hit, you always gotta respect the crit. Thank you very much, and Cthulhu Fatagan. Does anyone need to use the bathroom or grab any drinks or anything like that? I should have asked that first. No, good. All right. 1, 2, 3, too late. Awesome.
Oh no, I gotta go.
Too late.
Shoot, now I have to pee.
You can't start this without me.
I'll figure something out.
Hey there, Hugh from Poderation here. If you like today's show, why not have a listen to Board Gamers Anonymous, one of the longest running board game podcasts out there. Join Anthony and Chris every week as they discuss everything in the board game world, from card games to miniature games and more. They talk about some of their favourites and hopefully help you find your next ones. If you want to check the show out, you can find more information at poderation.com.